Do you feel like you're working harder than ever but still not seeing the results you want? In 2025, time is more precious than ever, and without the right strategies, we risk falling behind. If you're ready to stop feeling overwhelmed and start achieving your goals with laser focus, these 7 productivity secrets can transform the way you work, the way you think, and the way you live. So, are you ready to take your productivity to the next level and start achieving more than you ever thought possible? Let's dive into my top 7 secrets and set you up for success this year. 1. Set clear goals with relentless purpose. Dreams without goals are just dreams. You need a target, write it down, get specific, and most importantly, put in the work every single day. Purpose fuels productivity. Dreams alone lead to nowhere. Think about your biggest dream. What do you want most in life? Maybe it's starting your own business, landing your dream job, or getting into the best shape of your life. Now let me ask you, do you know exactly what that looks like? If your answer is vague, it's time to get serious. Without clear goals, your dream is just a wish, floating in your mind with no destination. Here's what you need to do. First, take that dream and break it down. Be specific. Don't say, I want to be successful. What does success mean to you? Is it a promotion by the end of the year? Is it reading 12 books to sharpen your skills? Define it. Make it clear and measurable. If you can't measure it, you can't achieve it. Once you have a goal, write it down. Why? Because writing turns intention into action. When you write it, you own it. Stick it somewhere you'll see every day, on your bathroom mirror, your desk, or your phone wallpaper. Every time you look at it, you'll remind yourself what you're working toward. Now, here's the part that most people miss. Goals need a deadline. A goal without a timeline is just a fantasy. If your goal is to run a marathon, set the date. If it's to save money, set a monthly target. Deadlines create urgency. They turn someday into right now. But setting goals isn't just about the big picture, it's about breaking it into small, daily actions. Success comes from winning one day at a time. Let's say your goal is to write a book. Start with writing 300 words a day. That's just one page, but in a year, you'll have a novel. It's the small steps, done consistently, that build monumental results. And remember this, goals must be fueled by purpose. Why are you doing this? Why does it matter? Purpose is the fire that keeps you moving when motivation fades. When your alarm goes off at 5 a.m. and you don't feel like getting up, it's your purpose that drags you out of bed. When the road gets tough, and it will, purpose reminds you why you started. Take the time to reflect on what drives you. Is it to provide a better life for your family? To leave a legacy? To prove to yourself that you're capable of more? Whatever it is, hold it close. Purpose transforms a goal into a mission, and a mission, my friend, makes you unstoppable. So today, take that dream and turn it into a goal. Get specific, write it down, set a deadline, and move with purpose. Because the difference between a dreamer and a doer is a plan and relentless daily action to see it through. 2. Master the discipline of action. Don't wait until you feel ready. Start where you are with what you have and build. It's about consistency, not convenience. Discipline beats motivation every time. Motivation gets you started, discipline keeps you going. Motivation feels good, doesn't it? You watch an inspiring video or hear a powerful speech, and suddenly you're fired up, ready to take on the world. But what happens when that spark fades? When the excitement dies down, and all that's left is the hard work. That's when discipline takes over, and discipline is what separates dreamers from doers. Think of it this way, discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It's getting up early to hit the gym when your bed is warm and your body is tired. It's sitting down to write that report when distractions are calling your name. It's choosing consistency over comfort, because comfort never built anything worth having. Here's a truth many people overlook. You don't have to feel ready to start. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. You'll never have more time or more energy or better conditions than you have right now. Start where you are with what you have. Action creates momentum. Even small steps, taken consistently, lead to big results. Imagine this, you have a big project that feels overwhelming. The task seems so large that you keep putting it off, telling yourself you'll get to it later. But here's a powerful hack. Break it down into smaller tasks so small they feel almost too easy to do. Commit to working for just 5 minutes. That's it, just 5 minutes. What happens? Once you start, it's easier to keep going. One small action leads to another, and before you know it, you've built momentum. Now let's talk about the power of habits. Discipline thrives on habits. When you automate good actions, they become part of who you are. If your goal is to read more books, don't rely on motivation to pick up a book every day. Instead, set a habit. Read for 10 minutes every morning as part of your routine. The more you repeat a behavior, the less effort it takes. What once required willpower becomes second nature. And remember this, discipline is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Every time you push through resistance, you're training yourself to be tougher, more focused, more productive. The next challenge will be easier because you've built the strength to face it. Discipline isn't punishment, it's freedom. It frees you from regret. It frees you from mediocrity. It gives you control over your life. You may not always feel like working hard, but when you're disciplined, you do it anyway. And every time you choose action over excuses, you're one step closer to your dreams. So today, don't wait for motivation to knock on your door. Take action. One small, deliberate step. Because success isn't about how you feel, it's about what you do. 3. Eliminate distractions with laser focus. Success is about sacrifice. Cut out the noise. That means putting the phone down, saying no to what doesn't serve your mission, and giving your full attention to what matters. Don't confuse movement with progress. You can run in place all day and still get nowhere. Distraction is productivity's greatest enemy. In a world full of notifications, endless content, and constant demands on your attention, it's easy to mistake busyness for real work. But activity isn't achievement. Progress comes from focus. If you want to get things done, you need to guard your focus like your life depends on it. Because your success does. Think about it. How often do you sit down to work only to find yourself scrolling through social media minutes later, or start one task, then jump to another before finishing the first? Every time you switch tasks, your brain loses momentum. It takes time to refocus. That's the cost of distraction, a cost paid with time and lost potential. Now imagine this. What if you gave your full, undivided attention to one task at a time? No distractions, no multitasking, just pure, focused effort. That's where real productivity lives. It's not about doing more, it's about doing what matters most, better and faster. So how do you eliminate distractions and sharpen your focus? First, create a workspace that works for you. Clear the clutter. A messy desk leads to a messy mind. Make your environment as distraction-free as possible. Silence your phone, close unnecessary tabs, and block out interruptions. If something pulls your attention, remove it from sight. Out of sight, out of mind. Second, prioritize your tasks. Not all work is created equal. Identify the one thing that will move you closer to your goal and attack it first. This is called the one thing principle. Focus on what matters most and give it your best energy. Do it early, when your mind is fresh and your willpower is strongest. Next, use time blocking to control your day. Schedule specific chunks of time for focused work and treat those blocks like unbreakable appointments. During this time, no emails, no phone calls, no distractions. You're either working on your goal or you're not. There's no in between. Protect your time with the same intensity you'd protect your health. Finally, understand the power of saying no. Every time you say yes to one thing, you're saying no to something else. Guard your time and energy. Not everything or everyone deserves your attention. Be ruthless about what you allow into your day, because focus is a finite resource. Laser focus is about choosing what matters and cutting out everything else. Imagine a magnifying glass in the sun. If you keep moving it around, the heat spreads out and nothing catches fire. But hold it steady, and that same light becomes a powerful flame. Your focus works the same way. Hold it steady, and you'll ignite success. So today, choose focus, clear the noise, commit to what matters most, and work like nothing else exists. Because when you focus fully, even for a short time, you can achieve more than most people do in hours of distraction. 4. Embrace the power of time management. Every hour counts. Respect your schedule, plan your day, and own your time, because successful people don't manage time, they command it. Don't tell me you don't have time. You have the same 24 hours as everyone else. It's not about time, it's about how you use it. Time is your most valuable resource. You can't buy it, borrow it, or save it for later. Once it's gone forever. That's why successful people don't just spend time, they invest it. They treat every hour like currency, asking one critical question: is this moving me closer to my goal, or is it wasting my time? If you want to be more productive, the first step is to take control of your day. Here's a truth that will change your life. You don't manage time, you manage yourself within the time you have. Every second is an opportunity to make progress or fall behind. So stop blaming the clock and start owning your choices. Step 1, prioritize like your success depends on it, because it does. Not all tasks are created equal. Some things are urgent but unimportant, while others have the power to change your life. Learn to separate the noise from the signal. Ask yourself, what's the one thing I can do today that will make the biggest impact? Focus on that first. It's called the 80/20 rule. 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. Find your 20% and make it your priority. Step 2, create a schedule and stick to it. Your day shouldn't just happen to you. Successful people plan their day the night before. They map out their tasks, set clear time blocks, and decide what gets their attention and when. Scheduling is your secret weapon. When you block time for important work, you protect it from distractions and interruptions. Treat these blocks like sacred appointments with yourself. But remember this, a great schedule isn't packed with tasks, it's focused on results. Productivity isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters most. Don't mistake busyness for effectiveness. Every task should have a purpose. If it doesn't, eliminate it. If it can be delegated, hand it off. Free your time for what only you can do. Step 3, learn to say no. Every time you say yes to something unimportant, you're saying no to your priorities. Time management is about boundaries. Guard your time like a treasure, because that's exactly what it is. Finally, review and refine. At the end of each day, ask yourself, did I spend my time wisely? What went well? What can I do better tomorrow? Time management isn't about perfection, it's about progress. You'll get better each day if you pay attention to how you're spending your minutes. So stop wishing for more time and start mastering the time you have. Plan your day, protect your focus, prioritize what matters. Because when you command your time, you command your life, and success will follow. 5. Learn from failure and keep moving. Failure is part of the process. Every setback, every rejection is a lesson if you have the courage to learn from it. Don't let fear steal your productivity. Get up, dust off, and keep going. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of the process. It's a teacher if you're willing to learn. Nobody likes to fail. It stings. It can shake your confidence and make you question your path. But here's the truth. Failure is not final. It's not a dead end. It's a stepping stone. Every successful person you admire has failed more times than they can count. The difference is they didn't stop. They learned, they grew, and they kept moving forward. Think about a toddler learning to walk. They fall countless times, but do they give up? No. They get up again and again until they take their first step. That's how progress works. Falling down is natural. Staying down is a choice. In daily life, failure often disguises itself as rejection, mistakes, or missed opportunities. Maybe you didn't get that job you wanted. Maybe you launched a project and it flopped. It's easy to feel defeated. But instead of seeing failure as a setback, try to see it as feedback. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What can I do better next time? Failure holds lessons that success often hides. Here's how you can turn failure into fuel. Own it. When you fail, don't run from it. Don't blame others or make excuses. Take responsibility. Owning your mistakes is the first step toward growth. It shows that you're ready to learn and improve. Analyze it. Every failure has a lesson if you're willing to look for it. What went wrong? What could you have done differently? Be honest with yourself. Failure isn't personal, it's informational. Treat it like data. Use it to adjust your approach. Let it go. Learn from the failure, then move on. Don't dwell on it. Don't let it define you. You are not your mistakes. Every day is a new chance to try again, to be better, to move closer to your goals. Try again, smarter this time. Failure only becomes a problem when it stops you from trying. Each attempt makes you stronger, sharper, and more resilient. Keep going. Success isn't about never falling. It's about getting up one more time than you fall. And here's a powerful mindset shift. Don't fear failure. Fear regret. Regret is what happens when you let fear keep you from trying in the first place. Failure, on the other hand, means you are brave enough to take a shot. It means you're in the game, learning, growing, and getting better. So the next time you face failure, don't see it as the end. See it as a chapter in your story, one that will make your success even sweeter. You're stronger than your mistakes, and you're capable of rising above them. Remember, every setback sets you up for a comeback. Learn the lesson, adjust the plan, and keep moving. Because as long as you're moving forward, failure can never hold you back. 6. Surround yourself with the right people. You are the company you keep. Hang around people who inspire you, challenge you, and push you to do better. Productivity isn't just personal, it's social. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. The people you surround yourself with are either lifting you up or pulling you down. Think of it like this. Your environment is like soil. If you plant yourself in rich, nourishing soil, you'll grow strong. But if you're planted in dry, toxic ground, you'll struggle no matter how much effort you put in. Ask yourself, who's in my circle? Are they people who challenge you to be better, or are they holding you back with negativity and complacency? If you're serious about reaching your goals, it's time to align yourself with those who share your vision and drive. Why does this matter? Because energy is contagious. Spend time with people who complain all the time, and soon you'll start complaining too. Surround yourself with people who are lazy, and their habits will rub off on you. But if you choose to be around motivated, focused individuals, you'll absorb their energy. Their ambition will push you forward, and their success will inspire you to level up. Here's a truth you can apply today. You become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you want to be productive, spend time with people who get things done. If you want to be healthy, spend time with people who prioritize fitness. Your circle shapes your standards. Let's talk about how to build the right circle. Seek out mentors and role models. Find people who are already where you want to be. Learn from their successes and their failures. A mentor can shorten your learning curve by giving you insights that took them years to discover. Look for people who are generous with their wisdom and willing to share it. Connect with peers who push you. Surround yourself with friends who are ambitious, disciplined, and optimistic. They don't need to have the same goals as you, but they should have the same commitment to growth. A true friend won't let you settle for less than your best. Distance yourself from negativity. You can't control every relationship, but you can control how much time you spend with negative people. Limit your exposure to those who drain your energy and discourage your dreams. Protect your mind from toxic influences. Be the kind of person you want to attract. Positivity attracts positivity. Be encouraging, supportive, and motivated. Lift others up, and you'll find yourself surrounded by people who do the same for you. Finally, remember this. It's not about how many people are in your circle. It's about the quality of those connections. A small, focused, supportive group is far more powerful than a crowd of acquaintances. So today, take inventory of your circle. Surround yourself with those who fuel your passion and inspire your growth. Because when you walk with the right people, you'll find yourself running toward your dreams. 7, stay hungry, stay humble. No matter how far you go, remember, it's not about where you are, it's about where you're going. Keep striving, stay grateful, and never settle for less than your best. Your best work is still ahead of you, your best days are still ahead of you, and your best you is still ahead of you. If you think you've reached the peak, think again. Success is not a destination, it's a journey. The day you stop learning is the day you stop growing. And the moment you stop growing, you start dying. If you want to succeed in 2025 and beyond, commit yourself to lifelong learning. Every day is an opportunity to become better, stronger, and smarter. Learning doesn't stop when you leave school. In fact, it's just the beginning. Whether it's mastering a new skill, deepening your knowledge, or expanding your mindset, every bit of learning you do is an investment in your future. The world is changing fast, and if you don't keep up, you'll get left behind. But if you stay curious, you'll continue to evolve. You'll be ready for whatever comes your way. Think about it, the most successful people aren't necessarily the most talented or lucky. They're the ones who never stop learning. They are students of life, constantly seeking to improve themselves. It's not about being perfect, it's about being better than you were yesterday. So how can you commit to lifelong learning? Let's break it down. Read every day. If you're not reading, you're not growing. Reading exposes you to new ideas, different perspectives, and fresh ways of thinking. It sharpens your mind and fuels your creativity. Whether it's books, articles, or even audiobooks during your commute, make reading a daily habit. Choose material that challenges you, excites you, and stretches your thinking. Learn from others. Don't just read. Listen to those who have walked the path before you. Seek out mentors who can guide you. Learn from their experiences and listen to their stories. Surround yourself with people who inspire you to grow, who are a few steps ahead of you, so you can learn from their mistakes and successes. Success leaves clues. Find them. Embrace failure as a teacher. Failure is a lesson, and the more you learn from it, the closer you get to success. When you fail, ask yourself, what did I learn from this? What can I do differently next time? The most successful people have failed countless times, but they never stopped learning from those failures. They kept improving, kept refining, kept evolving. Seek new challenges. Comfort zones are the enemy of growth. If you're not feeling uncomfortable, you're probably not pushing yourself hard enough. Seek out challenges that force you to grow. Whether it's a new project, a skill you've always wanted to master, or stepping outside your comfort zone in your career. Don't just go through life, go into life. Commit to consistency. Progress comes from consistent daily actions. If you want to improve, make learning and self-improvement part of your routine. Whether it's dedicating time each day to learning something new or setting small goals that stretch your limits, consistency is key. The more consistently you work on yourself, the more improvement you'll see. Remember this, self-improvement is a marathon, not a sprint. Every small step forward compounds over time. Every new thing you learn, every challenge you overcome, builds the person you're becoming. Success isn't about what you've achieved, it's about who you've become in the process. So, commit to lifelong learning today. Never stop growing, never stop evolving. Your future self will thank you, because when you're always improving, your best is never behind you, it's always ahead of you. All right, there you have it. My top 7 secrets to boost your productivity in 2025. From setting clear goals and taking disciplined action to embracing failure and surrounding yourself with positive, driven people, these principles can elevate your life in ways you never imagined. Remember, productivity isn't just about working harder, it's about working smarter and with purpose. Are you ready to take your productivity to the next level? With the strategies we've covered today, you have everything you need to start turning your dreams into reality. It's all about consistency, mindset, and knowing that the best version of you is ahead of you, not behind you. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Which of my productivity secrets do you plan to implement first? Drop a comment below, and let's keep the conversation going. Your feedback and ideas help us all grow together. Before you go, don't forget to check out the next video in our playlist. If you want even more tips to stay motivated, focused, and productive, you won't want to miss it. Click right here to dive deeper into how you can keep building the mindset of a champion.